I might not be on gear, but I'm on good vibes, creatine, and a dream, brother. The t-shirts that I used to wear peak bulk that were at one point form-fitting, nowadays function as pump covers because they're that f***ing baggy. I don't want to do this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Jacked and Pilled. I'm your host, Natty Crusader, John Collins, and I'm going into the gym to hit some back today. I am 11 weeks out from my bodybuilding show. Not a natural bodybuilding show, but I am natural going into a non-tested bodybuilding show. So our vibe is up and we're hoping for the best. I might not be on gear, but I'm on good vibes, creatine, and a dream, brother. But being 11 days out from the show, what is changing about my program and my habits right now? Big thing is my workouts are a little shorter, actually. The training program has been revised just a little bit to dial back a tiny bit of volume. I can tell you, I was walking to yesterday's push focus chest workout, and I was looking at the workout, I was thinking, okay, well, it's gonna be a little bit shorter, so this one's probably gonna be a cakewalk, right? Wrong, brother. I was kind of struggling through that whole thing, and it still took me maybe about an hour 15 minutes because I was starting to drag a little bit of ass. Numbers have dropped a little bit, and even though strength's dropping, I'm not gonna bug about it because it's situationally appropriate right now. My caffeine intake was really starting to get to me a few days ago where I was feeling like really bad pressure in my head all the time. Not all the time, but when I would take the caffeine, I would. So I've dialed that back a little bit where I'm probably only having 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine per day as opposed to like the 600, 700, or 800 I was having before. So I've cleaned my act up a little bit in that regard. And sleep has improved a little bit. It's not perfect, but last week was really rough where I was getting a consistent like 6 hours every night because I'd wake up a couple hours before I was supposed to because I had to go to the bathroom because my body's not holding a whole lot of water at all, and I'd have to pee and my mind would start spinning and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. That's not as much of a problem anymore. I'll strategically drink a little bit extra water before bed, so instead of having to wake up in 6 hours, I'll wake up in 3 or 4 and have a much easier time going back to sleep. So that's piss strategy, okay? You got to get on it. You got to get on the piss strategy. You got to get on the piss strategizing train, okay? You have to manipulate your water intake, not to look drier for your show, but to maximize your pissing time window. New hack patented by the Natty Crusader, John Collins. The hoops we got to jump through to have a good night's sleep, I tell you what. I've recently made a discovery that's going to make the next couple weeks a whole lot easier, which is shaved ice. Shout out mom for thinking of this. She called me when she was on her way home from like an errand, and she had said, hey, I'm about to pass by Bahama Bucks, which is a local shaved ice place. Shout out you guys. She says, what if I got a sugar-free syrup? And I was like, you know what? Considering I'll be pounding stuff like diet soda, sugar-free syrup for shaved ice doesn't sound too bad. And we got this shaved ice machine from a couple years ago, so I went to town and it was so refreshing. I mean, especially considering the fact that it's Arizona, it's July, we got the summer heat going on, but then also considering my body is just craving any sort of sustenance. Shaved ice with sugar-free syrup is not sustenance, but I can convince my body that it is for the time being, and at the very least, it tastes pretty gosh darn good. Probably my biggest takeaway from this entire journey is that you need 2 wardrobes as a bodybuilder. You need what in your case is my XL, 2XL wardrobe when I'm peak bulk, and I need my medium to large wardrobe when I'm on the cut. Because I'll tell you, these shorts that I'm wearing right now, a few months ago back in February when I started this whole thing, were hugging my legs and my glutes pretty tight. I'd wear these shorts and I was like all kinds of caked up, and now I wear them and it's like I'm wearing a trash bag. I feel like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know if you guys have ever read that book, but in that book, they talk about how Harry was always given Dudley's hand-me-down clothes. So you had this little like tiny petite skinny kid Harry Potter wearing this like husky kid Dudley's clothes, and he was just swimming in them. And that's exactly how I feel right now in these shorts. The t-shirts that I used to wear peak bulk that were at one point form-fitting nowadays function as pump covers because they're that f***ing baggy. lot's happened in the past 24 hours. I mean, not really, but I did get this crazy ass buy from Goodwill. This treadmill, in-home treadmill, foldable, you can roll it around. It was $47. The initial price tag was $59.99, and the very nice workers at the local Goodwill just threw a coupon on there to be nice. That was really cool. I was really dying to just switch up my cardio method because I've been doing assault bike forever, and to be honest, I just kind of got tired of it. I already did my fasted cardio this morning. This here isn't anything crazy. I'm not going too fast here. I'm just trying to get my steps in for the night. I probably got like a good 1,000 left. But what you just watched a second ago was a pretty tough workout. The shift of intensity, or the shift of the suck of the workout, happened so fast because last week I did not feel nearly as as I did yesterday, and as I did the day before, and as I did today. Truthfully, I went into Monday's workout thinking the reduced volume was going to mean it was going to be easy, it was going to be a cakewalk, I was going to breeze through it. It wasn't the case at all. Yesterday, same thing, reduced volume, dragged ass the whole workout. I still pushed through, but it definitely wasn't easy. And then legs today was also the exact same thing. On paper, I'm like, oh, there's a lot less that I have to do. But then I go in there and I'm doing it, and I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. And the worst part was when I got to back squats. Ever since my senior year of high school, I've been able to put up 315 on back squats, no problem at all. 315 would just totally fly. But today, 315 straight up felt like 405. It felt heavy. Up until a month ago or a couple months ago, I probably would have been able to put 315 on my back for a pretty easy 8 to 10. And then today I died on 6. And I feel like I've gotten pretty decently lean at this point. The leanest I've ever been in my life. Now don't forget, up until recently, people were telling me that I was not tracking very well for the show, that something drastic in my training or my diet would have to change because I'm way behind. And then I just started dropping weight really fast as soon as a few tweaks were made in my diet and a little bit of extra cardio was added. Learning to pose has definitely been the hardest learning curve for me. It took a good minute to learn all the mandatories and get those down, where now I feel pretty comfortable with them. But then after I get the mandatories down, it's like, oh, now I have a solo routine that I have to go through. And I gotta remember the routine, and then I gotta remember additional poses on top of that. And then it's just like the stress of thinking, oh, it would be probably the worst thing in the world, the worst thing to ever happen to me if I went on stage and then forgot my routine. How do you stumble through a routine if you forget? So I just can't forget. And listen, I hear you guys. I see all the comments that say, hey, you gotta wear Joker makeup to the show. It'd be crazy. I know it would. It's not allowed though. Pretty sure. I looked at the NPC's website. There's no props or anything like that. I can always ask them about face paint. I guess I haven't addressed it. Why am I wearing Joker makeup right now? Because I just filmed another Joker video for Instagram. I'm always posting at least one of those every Wednesday. So if you want to see me doing more than just talking to the camera in Joker face paint, if you want to see the Joker, you best follow the Instagram. So follow the Instagram at Jacked and Pilled. We got a crazy community over there. And then while you're at it, go follow the TikTok at John Collins JP. Got a ton of good content over there as well. Listen, so all that being said, the July 19th Phoenix Iron Games are not getting any farther away, and I'm not getting any less ready because I am going to be ready for it. So thank you very much for watching another episode of Jacked and Pilled. If you like this video, please drop a like, drop a comment, hit that bell for notifications so you're kept in the loop every time Jacked and Pilled uploads a new video, brother. Well, I've been the Natty Crusader, John Collins, and I'll see you next time. Whoosh.